So today I will be reviewing The Incredible Hulk at Islands of Adventure. So before I start my review, I think there are a few things I should say. I never rode the old Hulk, I only rode the post quote-unquote refurbishment, which was really tear the ride down and build supposedly an exact replica. There were probably a few small adjustments, which I'll get into that later, but anyway, I am reviewing the new Hulk. Fans of the old Hulk, I don't want to see your comments saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, he's not giving it the best review in the world." This review is going to be controversial, I'm going to say right now. So, this ride actually does have a pretty good start, I'll give it that. The launch out of the tunnel into the corkscrew, and then it is one of the better Cobra rolls. I didn't get any headbanging on it, but after that, the ride's just meh, but it does have a strong start, so I'll give it that. So really, after that Cobra roll, which is astonishingly one of the better parts of the ride, and it's not a bad element on this ride, you go through some rather mediocre elements, like that vertical loop. Normally, like on Dragon Challenge, the vertical loops are really good and pull a ton of G's, but not on this, unfortunately. I think it has to do with the fact that I know that on older looping B&Ms, those tend to be better than the more modern looping B&Ms, and I am putting looping there because I do think that the newer hypers are normally better. Like Raging Bull is probably the worst hyper, and that's one of the older, and that I think is the second oldest. So yeah, the hypers have gotten better as time has gone on, but the looping coasters have gotten worse. One positive thing about this ride I haven't mentioned is that it is very smooth. Like, well, yeah, I did mention with the Cobra roll that the Cobra roll doesn't provide any head banging, which is rare for Cobra rolls, but yeah, the whole ride's very smooth. Like, if you're looking for a coaster that you can marathon because it's smooth, go ahead and marathon this. You won't get an out of this world ride that you're like, wow, I have to do that again. But if I was given ERT on this, I'd accept it. I mean, it's nothing special, but it's nothing bad either. I said I'd get into the whole thing with the renovation, quote unquote, that happened. So, yeah, the whole track was replaced. So, although it was generally a copy-paste, I think there were probably a few minor changes that you can't see that happened, because I've heard rave reviews about this from fans of the ride that were fans of the ride before the refurbishment. I heard them saying, "Oh, this is one of the best coasters in the world," and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that the refurbishment they changed it a little bit and did something that made it less intense, so they made it weaker with that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. And as some of you may know, the walkers on this ride are different than walkers on other rides that Universal has, where you have to scan your ticket, and it is a little bit annoying that you have to pull your ticket out of your pocket, especially when you carry a lot of stuff in your pockets like I do, and use that to get a locker, and then you better have a safe pocket for your ticket and not lose it, or else you can't get your stuff back. So yeah, this locker policy on this ride is a little frustrating. As much as, sorry, my phone is dying, but as much as I don't like the locker policy, making it so that you have to remember a locker, as much as I'd prefer to just have bins, I do prefer the way the other lockers work, where you use your fingerprint, because at least you don't have to worry about losing what you're using to open up your locker. So, with what I've said, sorry about going on a tangent about the lockers there, but I found the Incredible Hulk very disappointing. It was certainly re-rideable because of the smoothness, but other than that, very disappointing. Almost no intensity after the beginning of the ride. I'm going to dub it the Not So Incredible Hulk and give it a C+.